Hey guys, so it's about 5:52 p.m. I've been home for a little over 2 hours now, and or just barely a little over 2 hours by 2 minutes. Uh, but I wanted to come on here since I'm probably not going to get another opportunity to do this. Just let you know right away what's going to be happening going into next week. Now, of course, I'll be working the rest of this week as well, so that's not an issue. What is going to happen though is I will try the best that I can, and I'm being honest here, I will try the best that I can to get you guys some content. Ooh, sorry about that. That's the tone on my mom's nightlight there. But I will do my best to get you guys some content after work. Now, I know I haven't been, the best at doing that, lately, or as of late in the past few months since I've been working, but I will try more so this week and going into next week. The reason I say that, of course, is because of the fact that next week is Thanksgiving, and basically from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not going to have as much opportunity unless I get up really early in the morning or wait until really late at night to do some content for you guys, whether it's recording, whether it's live streaming, whatever the case may be. So what I'm going to try to do to make up for that is get you guys some content out as best I can, like what I'm doing now and what I did earlier with the package opening when I get off work. If that means I got to drink a cup of coffee to do it, so be it. If it means I got to drink a Red Bull or something like that to keep my energy up, then so be it. I will do it. That's pretty much going to be the plan, hopefully. Now, as far as next week goes, that's going to be an emphasis our dryer signaling that it's off, it's done drying. But anyway, as far as next week goes, going into Thanksgiving, this is where it gets interesting. It's where it gets interesting because usually on Sundays, my mom goes to church. Then she goes over to my older sisters to spend time with them, see how they're doing, catch up on stuff, and hope that my niece comes over. My niece and her fiance come over, and they bring their daughter along with them, maybe even her son. My mom's great granddaughter and great grandson. Hoping that she's basically hoping that they'll show up so she can spend time with at least her great granddaughter, who is my great niece, who is 3 years old. So, she does that, and usually I'm at home relaxing, watching the 49ers, depending on when they're on, and everything, and seeing who they're playing against and how good they are, or how good they're playing against them, or average, or whatever the case may be. So I'm usually just at home doing my thing and also washing my clothes, for the upcoming week. That's what I'm doing. But this week upcoming is going to be a little unusual because we're going to be starting Thanksgiving a little early with my family. My whole family, that is. My older sister, my second older sister and their families, my nephew, his wife, like I said, my niece, her fiance, all that. We're going to be starting it a little early because my second oldest sister and her family, or at least her husband and my third oldest nephew, are going to be heading out of town for Thanksgiving. Now you might say, well, where are they going? Well, long story short, she basically says she wants to have a break, right now because there's a lot going on physically and, physically with her as well as a little mentally, but not too much. So she just wants to have a break, from all that, kind of basically have some enjoyment, get that spark reignited, if you will. And the decision that her and her family have made is for Thanksgiving, they're going to go to Universal. They're going to go to Universal Studios Hollywood down in Southern California, spend some time there, and then come back. And to me, I think she's doing that to reignite that spark again, being happy and joyful and everything, instead of letting all this negativity come crashing upon her and her family. She just wants to get out and try to reignite that spark again, and going to Universal Studios is one way of doing that. So she's going to be spending time there. Her and her family are going to be spending time there throughout the whole week, including Thanksgiving, from what I understand. And also I think she wants to do it because if she does it around Christmas, it's going to be a little too crowded, if you will, no matter where they go, whether it's Universal or Disneyland, it's going to be way too crowded. So she'd rather just do it now at Thanksgiving, where it will be crowded, but not as much. After that, hold on, let me get my thoughts straight. Hold on. Sorry. Like I said, I just got home a little over 2 hours ago, and I had a cup of coffee, but I'm still kind of tired because I did work. And I've been up since about 4:15, in the morning. But anyway, to get back to what I was saying, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to have an early Thanksgiving with everybody, if you will, like we traditionally would, this Sunday. That's the plan. That's the plan, that this Sunday we're going to be all together at my older sister's, do a little Thanksgiving barbecue, whatever the case may be, and, just go from there. And then come Thursday, me and my mom are going to go back to my older sister's and have a traditional Thanksgiving there as well. So it's going to be an interesting kind of unique, Thanksgiving, if you will, which is why, like I said earlier, I'm going to do my best throughout this week, going into next week, to give you guys some content after work, because, like I said, Sundays I usually am home and, doing my laundry, relaxing, watching the 49ers or whatever. And, as well as I should say, as giving you guys content, catching up on my content giving here on my YouTube channel. But that's not going to be the case this week. So what I'm going to do this week, and at least for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, is give you guys as much content as I can, while I can. That's the plan. That is the plan going forward, at least for this week and into next week. I know you guys might say, now I know some of you might, ask, well, why not? Now I know some of you might ask probably the question of, well, why don't you and your family just do something after, your sister and her family gets back from their little vacation? Here's the thing, we don't know when they're going to come back. From what I understand, they will be back before the beginning of next week, because my brother-in-law, my second older sister's husband, has to work, so they'll probably be back at least by Sunday. At least by Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and he'll be going to work probably the next day or at least the following day. So they want to be back before then. And if we were to do something, with them afterwards, we would have to wait almost into December to do it. So it's better to do it this way and get it out of the way. And honestly, there are families that do it this way. There are families that, because relatives have to, go elsewhere for Thanksgiving, they will plan to have a Thanksgiving before, a family gathering, Thanksgiving like environment or event before the actual Thanksgiving, and when the families go out and everything to the other destinations, whether it is going out on a vacation like my second older sister and her family's doing, or if it's going to other relatives and everything like my nephew and his wife are going to be doing. So, it's one of those scenarios to where it's going to be a unique one, and we'll just have to, play it by ear and everything as time goes on. And this is just, just an example of things changing. It's just an example of things changing in families, no matter whether very close-knit families, whether or not they're, families that, do get together for the major holidays and all that. There's always going to be, and that's it. There's always going to be change that's, abound. And this is just one of them. This is just one of those major changes that my family, is going to be going through, at least for this year. At least for this year. But, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what's going on and inform you of how I'm going to try to provide you content throughout this week and going into the first 3 days of next week before the Thanksgiving holiday. But anyway, just let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know if your family has ever done something like this from a Thanksgiving perspective. Let me know if your family has ever done something like this and how you've handled it. Let me know down below in the comment section as well as on the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what's going on. And that's all I'm going to say for this update. Until then, God bless. Take care. I am out.